running out of kryptonite to take you through the night, to take you through the night.
now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Racing Rack. Promo ads and banners for all your sim racing needs. From a new custom look on the track to a new look for your site, E1G is your place. Want to promote a special event or series for your league? E1G can make that custom promo ad you're looking for. With attention to high detail, great service, and reasonable prices, E1G is here to serve you. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they're evil.
Well, sometimes the old adage is it's better late to be pregnant, but I guess tonight we finally got to figure out your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Live tonight at the USA International Speedway in Lakeland, Florida. It is Wednesday night, so obviously that means it is time for another round of Dirt Warrior Racing Wednesday night street fights here live on the network. Great to have you all aboard. Phil Lacasse here along my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton alongside. We'll bring Todd here in just a minute, but we're a little bit behind the eight ball. Here's where we had to read the Facebook police didn't like us and to re-up the stream to it. So hope you guys have all found us here. But we're going to throw this thing trackside, get these guys set loose tonight for a great event. 65 laps on USA International. What do you say we throw this thing live to our national anthem? All right, back here live, Full Velocity Racing Network at the USA International Speedway. I'll bring in now my broadcast partner, Phil Lacasse and Todd Stanton on the call here this evening. Todd, I am so happy it's Wednesday night because I think every night of the week, we look forward to coming out to Wednesday, another round of Wednesday night street fights DWR. How the heck are you, partner?
Doing fantastic. Wednesday night street fights. Cannot wait to see what these guys got in store for us. I know everybody out there on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook going to enjoy the show that we have here tonight. New Yellow Flag sponsorship here. Dirt Series will be the sponsor of the Yellow Flags here this evening. So anytime a Yellow Flag comes out, you'll see that Dirt Series widget come up. That means we're under Yellow Flag here tonight. And hopefully we'll see a lot of Yellow Flags here this evening. USA International Speedway has always been a great track for us here, Phil, on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. It's always been a fantastic track. We've always seen some great racing here and a lot of sliders.
Absolutely right. I can't wait to get this event underway. As you said, Full Velocity Racing Network out there live tonight. Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. So you're out there watching, you can help me out. Like it, share it, follow it, subscribe to it, interact. We'll be here all night long with these great guys over at DWR. Help us out. As like I said, we had an original stream up there live on Facebook. I don't think YouTube or Twitch was interrupted, but Facebook certainly was. Had to scramble here behind the scenes to put a new Facebook feed up for you. So if you were tuning into the original one, I'm glad you guys have all tuned us over here. And if you guys out there can do us all a favor, maybe share this out there, everybody, is was trying times here for us here for a couple of minutes, but I think everything's all systems go. We're ready to lock and load here for a great event here. 70 laps going to be the feature event, but as we always do on Wednesday night, and as many leagues have come accustomed to do with a pill draw, they'll take what we call the mock green flag. The green flag will come out, pace car will come on in, and will go green, and that's going to allow these guys a lap or two to put themselves in their proper starting alignment by way of the pill draw. So once they do that, we'll be able to take you through a more accurate view of our starting lineup, so let these guys get to it. But the 3/4 mile USA International Speedway dirt version, iRacing did a great job putting this racetrack out. As most of you all know, this is a paved racetrack in real life, and I don't even think it's still in operation. There's somebody out there in Facebook Live or YouTube chat can let me know. I think they closed the Lakeland Speedway up here years ago, but it's always a cool little racetrack. 3/4 mile, long straightaways, long sweeping flat turns. Really going to have a good set around to get this place fast. 26, 27 seconds a lap. So we're in for a really good night of racing. These guys always putting on a hell of a show here. Anytime we come to Lakeland, Florida. I want to thank our sponsors out there this evening that make it all go round for us here live on the network. Got to thank our buddy Brendan over at SpataForFirearms.com. You want to purchase a new gun? Expand on an existing one, need ammunition or whatever else you may possibly need, check out his website now, SpataForFirearms.com. His phone number is listed on the site. Give Brendan a call, a great guy, and also a shout for him. Check out his podcast, if you will, over on YouTube. Look up Full Throttle with the Gen, and you will find a really insightful NASCAR podcast. He puts up a night or two a week. Always really funny stuff going on there. Check him out, SpataForFirearms.com and Brendan the Gen on YouTube. Also want to thank our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacingIFlag.com. He's got some great widgets and stuff going on there. They're making an awesome addition to your sim racing rig. Check out Jeff's great product now, iRacingIFlag.com. We're over here tonight at DWR, so of course we're going to thank our buddy Jim Revis over here at Evil One Graphics, throwing out some of the absolute best car wraps you can find out there. Evil One Graphics, look them up on Facebook. They're not only good, they are evil. And if Jim's a little bit busy, you know, these guys are always busy in the paint shop, so you can also look up our buddy Jameson over at CNC Race Designs. Look the best at show while winning all the dough. Join Team CCRD today by looking up CNC Race Designs on Facebook. Throw them a message there in the inbox. Give it a big hell yeah for that. Also, thank the guys over at DirtSeries.com. They'll be our caution overlay sponsor here tonight. Josh and all the gang over there. A lot of great races to come, including a fun run coming up here tomorrow night at Volusia in the Modified. So, free entry. Dirt-Series.com. Look those guys up. Awesome group of guys. And also going to thank all you folks out there watching us each and every night on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. You guys are the reason this thing goes around. So we're ready to rock and roll here. Todd, like starting lineup. So what do you say? Let's dive straight to it.
And now tonight's starting lineup here, USA International Speedway, Walls Beard Co. Company. Beard Balm is the sponsor here for that. Chase Wascombe is going to start off on the pole with the number 15 machine. His day's part of the outside, driving the 00 machine. That's Michael Whitlock.
In row number 2 on the inside, the 07 is Justin Pruitt with the number 20 of Greg Tuberville alongside.
Inside row number 3, starting that fifth starting position, that's the driver of the number 1 machine. That's Alex Brewer, and his dancing part of the outside, driving the number 6. That's Ryan Bronson.
The 010 roll off tonight from the 7th position. That is Casey Brunson. And to his outside tonight aboard car number 11, that is Trey Jones.
Caleb Ramsey rolls off in the 9th position. The number 13 machine, and Daniel Stifler will be his dancing partner outside, driving the number 71.
The 17 roll off next. That is Chad Burton alongside in the 10, racing Jason Salter.
Rolling off in the 13th position, that's the evil one himself, driver of the number 21, that's Jim Revis. And outside of him is Electric Eric Eichstead. Still have yet to change his nickname because he has not won a race in that number 12.
Absolutely. Alongside next to row, the number 06 is Matthew Everett. The 178, Stephen Berdunes.
Rolling off in the 17th starting position, driving the 117, that's Derek Debris. And Kyla Moore on the outside of him in the 111.
And shotgun on the field, last week's winner, car number 84, the natural one. E.J. Jones will start off tonight deep in the field from 19th starting position. There you have it. 19 drivers about to take the green flag here at this 3/4 mile USA International Speedway. Looks like the lights are out around the Speedway. The field is in their proper starting grid, and it looks like this time out of turns number 3 and 4, the absolute best in the street stock racing business lives right here at Dwr Wnsf Racing. We are about to light this thing up as only these guys can from the USA International Speedway. Off of turn number 4, we are green flag racing for the first time tonight, and it is going to be our pole sitter, car number 15, Chase Wascom. He'll lead the field off of turn 2.
Yeah, Wascom down into turn number 1, already through turn number 2, down the back straightaway. The 15, large and in charge so far. Justin Pruitt running in that second spot today. Flash by our our back stretch camera there, the number 15, and Wascom still holding on to the lead. Pruitt right now. Pruitt running in that second spot, excuse me for the delay. They're not used to the different buttons I got tonight. It is now Pruitt running in that second spot. Third is Michael Whitlock aboard the double knot, and Greg Tuberville running in that 4th spot. Tuberville looking to the outside, though, the number 20.
Yeah, he certainly is. Greg, you look at the outside of the 20 car, look at the outside of the 00 of Whitlock now as they work their way off of turn number 3 and 4, racing there for the 3rd spot on back. Alex Brewer in the 1 car also there as well. Casey Brunson, the 010, he's also in that fight, but up front, it is still Chase Wascom, and he's got a little bit of a gap there. Looks like now guys like Pruitt and Whitlock, those guys have run him down for 2nd and 3rd respectively. Move Casey Brunson now up to the 4th spot. 010 really strong early. He brings Alex Brewer with him in the 1 car.
Yeah, Alex Brewer has been a man on a mission here as of late in the number 1 machine. Has had some bad luck streaks here, but he's been knocking on the door to pick up his first feature win. Is Alex Brewer in the number 1 machine, but right now inside the top 5 and charging up front, like you said, right there directly behind Casey Brunson in the 010 machine. As Brunson's had some good races as of late. Meanwhile, Chase Wascom still leading this event in the number 15 machine. Pruitt's looked down to the bottom a couple of times, but he's had nothing there.
And I've noticed that Justin Pruitt is a guy who really comes to life in a long sweeping speedway like this one here as the 07 will drop down to the inside, down the front stretch here, and try to make a bid for the race lead on Chase Wascom. Chase going to drive it in all through the middle groove. The 07 of Pruitt going to drive it a little deeper down to the low side. Maybe this time off of 2, it'll stick for him as they pull door to door off of 4 and down the back straightaway now. Into turn number 3, Pruitt in the inside, Wascom up high, and look at right there, Michael Whitlock just kind of looking for a lane around in the 010, or the 00, the 010 of Brunson as well. He's going to enter the fight as they head down in the front stretch into turn number 1. It is Brunson, I believe, now up into the 3rd spot in the 010, or is that Michael Whitlock? I don't know, Todd. One of the reasons my trading paints is being weird because I have a whole bunch of white cars blinking back and forth, black and white, black and white. I'm not sure who's who right now.
And not sure is Justin Pruitt now takes over the lead in the 07 machine, flashing by the in-field camera there as Pruitt with the lead over the 15, and Wascom second right now. Like you said, is Wascom now being battled with Michael Whitlock in the double knot machine. Whitlock looking down to the bottom side. Brunson running for 4. The Alex Brewer number 1 machine is currently running in the 5th position as the camera turned upside down. Somebody's already hit one of the cameras out there on the track there, Phil. Not sure what went on with that one.
Well, we'll have to page somebody down there, maybe our buddy Josh Smith, to come out and maybe remount that camera for us. But yeah, certainly the camera went upside down as they're still racing up here for the race lead. Pruitt, Wascom, they're going to go at it for the lead as now he looked to the low side. Here comes Michael Whitlock as Pruitt stuck his way out to the lead. Whitlock versus Wascom for that runner-up position. Brunson right there as well. Alex Brewer currently running in for 5th, which just looking at my screen, Todd, and looking at your stream out there, what is going out? Brewer's in that normal black car you have on screen. I've got him in a red car, so whatever has gone out in my paint shop here tonight, I am completely a mess.
There's some different cars out there again, Phil. Unfortunately, is the number 1 machine, like you said, a little bit different. But then again, I got the 6 on the screen in red and white. That is the number 6 machine of Ryan Bronson. So I'm used to seeing him in a speedway car. Not sure what's going on there, Phil. Maybe I forgot to check mark something. But I see the guys in these normal cars that they have been racing. So we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe it's just a glitch here once again this evening on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing.
Yeah, it could be something with trading paints, whoever knows. But what I'm seeing is guys in a whole bunch of different cars and the combinations I'm not used to seeing. All I do know is Pruitt in the 07. He is out front over Wascom. Michael Whitlock having a terrific run here out of the gate. He's got the 00 nestled up in the 3rd position. Casey Brunson's in there for 4th. And Alex Brewer running in the 5th spot in the 1 car. Ryan Bronson in 6th. Daniel Stifler for 7th. Greg Turberville is 8th. Caleb Ramsey is 9th. For the evil one, Jim Revis, he's found his way to the top 10. But lurking in the shadows is Carter at 84 of E.J. Jones. Todd, he just made the pass on Revis. Put E.J. Jones to the top 10. Formerly on lap number 14.
E.J. Jones starting to march through the field, like you said, into that 10th spot in the number 84 machine. We'll see if he can capitalize. Meanwhile, up front, Justin Pruitt getting challenges for the lead once again from the number 15 of Wascom. Wascom's looked low a couple of times. Maybe trying to hit on a slider through the corner. Just can't get that momentum that he would like. Whitlock still waiting in that 3rd spot. Brunson for 4. 5 is Alex Brewer, but Brunson has caught this top 3. So maybe you'll start seeing the 010 machine start chopping through these guys, Phil, as he's been on a mission here, catching these guys, reeling them in rather quickly, as Wascom now back down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen. He wants back to the lead.
Yeah, it sure does. Wascom back to the low side. As you said in that 15 car, he's going to make his way back around. Justin Pruitt, can he do it? He'll have to slide back up as Justin takes that line away off the corner. Wascom back to 2. Whitlock in for 3rd. This may open the door for a guy like Casey Brunson, who's just been there biding his time in the 4th spot as they run side by side, single file, I should say, in a turn number 3 and 4. The 010 starting to run down this top 3. Casey Brunson, once again this week, he's got a really good piece, Todd. Don't count him out as a guy who may go up there and steal this lead, as he is doing a really, really fine job already.
Yeah, as we go on board the Casey Brunson machine, the 010, the Northwest Racing Series onboard camera. We watch him go to work in his office here tonight at the USA International Speedway. Just look at him look low here of Whitlock here through the corner. Just can't get that forward bite off of corner number 4, but we're going to take a ride with Casey Brunson, the 010. He's going to show us how to get around USA International Speedway.
That is an awesome picture right there in car, the 010 of Casey Brunson in the 4th spot. He is all over the top 3 like gum on a shoe there through the corner. But still Pruitt up front. Chase Wascom giving him a hell of a ride there on the inside, looking for the race lead. They're side by side, door to door for 3rd. Whitlock and Brunson almost going to pull off side by side this time off of turn number 4. Really good raceable track here tonight in USA. 2 really good grooves right now. Pruitt's going to continue to run high. Wascom's continue to make that battle work down low. And you can see off that corner right now off of 2-ton. Forward drive not there. Looks like the bottom lane maybe starting to slip slide a little bit. Chase Wascom going to wash that thing up the hill that maybe you can hold on.
Yeah, it's just trying to figure out what's going to go on with these drivers. As Whitlock even looks like he's struggling in a double dot machine. Brunson all over his rear bumper in the number 010 machine. So we're going to see if he can do something there with Whitlock. But Whitlock looked like he was kind of tight through the middle of the corner. And that's probably not where you want to be tight. You got to finish these races off strong coming off the corner. And being tight in the middle is not going to help you on exit of the turn. So the 0-0 of Whitlock right now struggling, but able to keep the 0-1-0 of Brunson at bay. Here comes the 15 down to the inside of Pruitt again. Can't pull anything off, Phil. He's just not able to pull up alongside Justin Pruitt.
No, he certainly is. Chase Wascom there in a 15. As you said, they're all kind of glued to the top side of the racetrack right now. Whoever is trying to move the way down low, it's just not working. You can almost pull up to a door, but you can't get back on the throttle and make it happen. And that's not something these guys racing for the lead. That is the level of the racetrack, as I have kind of peeked back on the backside of the field, and it's a lot of the same. The car that goes to the low side, the momentum and the power you can hold on the top lane is really prevailing right now all over this 3/4 mile USA International Speedway. You can see the groove really starting to darken up there through the middle and the top. Does this remotely open the door, Todd, for maybe the bottom lane to come in later? Or is it safe to say that groove may be gone all night long, because they're only now working lap number 22. We still got a little 48 laps to go in this event. We got a long way to go. How do we see this racetrack progressing over the course of these next 25, 30 laps?
Well, after a while, you're going to start seeing it slicking off all over the place. And again, it's one of those long, sweeping tracks. Kind of reminds me of Williams Grove just a tad bit. Not a whole heck of a lot, but I tell you, as far as groove-wise, you're going to start having the throttle control down on the bottom. Look at the 15 of Wascom starting to edge his way up ever so slightly lap after lap. He's starting to make that bottom work. And again, throttle control is going to be big. You got to walk on eggshells down on the bottom side to try to make it work. And right now, Wascom's starting to make it work.
Now, and like I said, I completely say, Todd, I'm kind of, not a newbie to dirt racing, but just the way of things, the way the track's kind of progressing. I come from an asphalt background where they always say to put a second groove on the racetrack in, you got to get more cars up there. Does that hold true to the dirt racing terminology? Does Chase Wascom need more guys to run the low side with him to put some more groove down there to make that car maybe work a little better on the low side? Because he's got a good enough car to get down there alongside Justin. He just can't complete the pass. So we're going to see more cars go down there. Is that what he's going to need to make that line work better?
Well, it will indeed help to make the line work better. As the race goes on, though, you're going to dry off just a tad bit. The track's going to dry off. You don't even have to necessarily run down there. It may just dry off even more for them. And as there are more that they're running the outside field, too, the more that they're running in the middle of the outside, they're starting to look for bite. And there's a ton of them running up there. So that's going to slick it off real fast. And Wascom's going to be in the catbird seat because nobody else running down there. So he's going to have more bite.
It makes a lot of sense. We continue to watch this great race going on for the lead, and I'm trying to find some more good racing going on throughout the field, but it's pretty good up here in the front, so I don't want to stray too far from this, as these guys really having a good race up here for the lead. Wascom versus Pruitt is seeing how this racetrack will progress. Whitlock and Brunson and Alex Brewer there in the top 5. Ryan Bronson, Greg Tuberville, Daniel Stiffel, Caleb Ramsey, Jim Revis going to round out your top 10. So these guys doing a good job watching a little battle between E.J. Jones and Jason Salter. That sorted itself out. Derek Dubree, Trey Jones, Eric Eichstadt, your current top 15. As we look over to Facebook live chat, we've had a couple of donations out there. Really good to see our old buddy Earl Clements out there. Earl, thanks again for the stars. You are a loyal partner to us here at the network. We certainly appreciate all you guys do. Those guys at Dirt Series having a fun run tomorrow night. Hope to see a lot of guys go there and play. Dirt Series guys, a lot of good guys. Good to see Earl out there. We've had a couple of stars donations come in tonight, Todd. Want to give those guys all a shout for doing so. We really do appreciate it.
I definitely got to thank Ike Love Raymond Jr. out there, 25 stars. Thank you very much also donating there. We do appreciate everybody and their stars donations here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. It keeps us going here, and it does a fantastic amount of work for us as you get to see all the great broadcasts that we can bring to you. Simulcast again here, World of Thunder going on with our second crew over there, Phil, and that's a fantastic show too. I'm not sure if it's completely ended so far, but I tell you, it's good to do double crews on nights and have a fantastic race in each genre, basically. As now we got the 07 Pro way down on the bottom. He was down in the grass. He was mowing the yard down there next to the wall, trying to find something to get back at the 15 of Wascom, as Wascom was able to complete that pass.
Yeah, he certainly was, and now Pruitt's going to have to go down there and find that same, fight that Chase did to have to take the race lead, but Chase bounces it off the wall this time to the 1 and 2, so he'll keep the momentum up. I thought that may stall the run out a little bit for him, but Wascom able to hold off, Justin Pruitt for the lead. We also got a good race going on for it looks like the 4th spot, where I see Alex Brewer, and I believe that's Casey Brunson, having a really good race there for the 4th and 5th spot. Alex had a fender on Casey there for a whole corner. I think Casey was going to come back on the low side there, maybe steal that spot back. So good racing all going on inside the top 5, Todd. I'm trying to go back and maybe find something else to show everybody, but the best racing I can tell you is right here within the top 5.
Yeah, and you see the number 6, too, of Ryan Bronson. Bronson's looked down to the bottom, too. He's trying to pull a twofer move maybe on the 1 of Brewer. 3 wide here for the 4th spot, as now the number 6 backs out of it wisely. I don't think that was going to work at USA. These corners start coming up on you real strong. See a lot of cars end up in the wall, but here comes the 6 back down to the bottom. Has the momentum there, cannot make it work so far to get by that number 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer holding on to the top 5, but that 6 of Ryan Bronson showing pretty strong here.
Yeah, he has run down that front group. It was a 5-car breakaway up front. Bronson has now made that an equal 6 up there, so the 6 car up in P6. And I've been watching this little group back here, Todd. There's a good race going on from outside this group. 7th, 8th, and 9th on back. I see Daniel Stifler in there. E.J. Jones has made a big move around the 20 of Greg Tuberville. Greg, I think, got a little bit loose. He was just running 7th. Greg now shuffled back to a 12th position. So Guys like Stifler and E.J. Jones, Jason Salter, Caleb Ramsey, those guys in the back part of the top 10. I've been keeping an eye on this group as well. There's some really good battling going on here. So what we saw in a single file racetrack, you said that bottom lane was starting to come in. It's making some really good pictures wherever we put the camera right now.
They're definitely looking like a lot of good pictures here. So like you said, we're watching Daniel Stifler live on the screen with 84 VJ Jones, racing Jason Salter, that number 10 machine as they go down the straightaway here. Is 71 of Daniel Stifler able to hold on, but man, E.J. Jones just lurking down on the bottom, catfishing it there. That number 84 machine, he's going to complete, not quite complete the pass so far. But the 84, I tell you what, is on a mission, starting dead last, and now right there with Stifler. That is a battle for 7.
Well, and I talked to EJ pre-race Todd. He says the cookie cake is already down there in the trailer, and they are confident they're wheeling that, little Decades on down the victory lane here tonight. EJ Jones loves this racetrack, and he told me once this inside lane starts to come in, don't look too far away from me, boys, because I am coming to the front. He is doing just that from 19th position, racing now alongside Daniel Stifler for that 7th position. We've been all clean and green here, Todd. The first 36 laps, we are halfway home here already at the USA International Speedway. Chase Wascombe continues to lead Justin Pruitt, Michael Whitlock, Casey Brunson, and Alex Brewer, your current top 5. But this good race right now for 6th on back or 7th on back. This is really worth keeping an eye on because Stifler and Jones really going at it. Jason Salter is back there as well. Guys like Caleb Ramsey starting to drift back toward the ranks of Jim Revis and Greg Turberville. Jim and Greg having a good battle now for the 11th spot. So it's really getting racy all over the place. There's a lot of good names. We find guys like Derek Dubree, Eric Eichstadt, Kyle Moyer, guys that have good runs. They're all the way back there, migrated outside the top 15. Man, it's a feast or famine kind tonight. Got some newcomers up front. Some really familiar names to the front of the field, running toward the back. What a stacked field you got here at DWR tonight.
Yeah, definitely a stacked field of cars here. Just looking through the race information here, Phil. Just looking at Casey Brunson right now. And we've been watching this battle here on the screen, too. It is a battle for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. And you can see them all fitting on one screen here as they're coming through the corner. And, man, what a race it's been so far. I think it was Brunson firing to the outside, trying to get around Whitlock in that double knot machine. As I tell you what, Brunson's found something up top. So is Alex Brewer. But it seems to go away here through the center of the corner. But then the drive off for the 010 is extremely fast, and right now trying to take over that 3rd spot from the 00 of Michael Whitlock.
Yeah, and they always say the more racetrack you can use and let that thing eat, the more momentum you'll get. You can see Casey doing that right now alongside Michael Whitlock there. Whitlock's in the high lane. Is that Whitlock or Brunson up high? They both look identical on my screen. Really tough to tell there as they both got 00 with a 1 stuck in the middle. So I believe that's a Brunson up high on Whitlock. There it is, Brunson up high on top of Whitlock. Alex Brewer is kind of running there in the tire tracks, running in 5th. I'm not sure he's looking for a lane around or just riding where the momentum takes him. Right now, Whitlock able to make that big move to the bottom, but you can see Brunson carrying the momentum off the corner of the high lane. That's going to take Brewer all the way to the outside now. Put Alex Brewer by the exit of turn number 2, Todd. He should be up to the 4th spot.
Yeah, Alex Brewer right now really doing a fantastic job. Almost a little bit of contact there between the 00 and the 1 machine. Brewer had one whale of a run and just could not cater that hit, and Whitlock was down at the bottom. He got a little bit worried on the number 1 machine. Now the 1 of Brewer back down to the bottom side, going to try to battle for that 3rd spot with Brunson. But I tell you what a power move by Alex Brewer to get around the 00 of Michael Whitlock. Whitlock trying to fall back through the field as he makes some contact to the outside wall. That's going to lose even more momentum to the top 4 guys.
Yeah, absolutely is. But watching this race now going on, it looks like for the 3rd spot is Brewer trying to make his way around Brunson. Brunson now going to look to the low side of Justin Pruitt. We have a race going on now for that 2nd spot. And as I say that, Brunson gets a little bit loose on the bottom, washes up the racetrack, lets the 07 drive away. So for a second there, Todd, through 3 and 4, I thought we may have a race going on for 2nd. Instead, off this turn number 2, we may have a race brewing up for 3rd as Alex Brewer trying to find running room behind Casey Brunson. Right now, it's kind of like a slinky over there. It's almost like mirror driving what the 010 and the 010 is doing to the 1 car right now. As now the Brunson, I believe, off of 4, he is alongside Pruitt for that runner-up spot.
Yeah, Brunson was alongside him there momentarily. The 010 machine, but Pruitt still running in 2nd, but he's also challenging He's throwing it to the outside, trying to get around the 15 of Chase Wascom. These guys are pretty close to one another, Phil. I tell you what a race. Top four, all right there. You throw a blanket over him, you're going to see a darn one of them here through the corner. It is the number 15 of Chase Wascom. The 0-1-0 of Brunson back down to the bottom, side by side for that second spot with Pruitt.
Yeah, and Pruitt makes that big motor work off the corner. He lets it eat, and they let her dig over here as they do every Wednesday night at DWR. These Wednesday night street fights, they are absolutely the best. Pound for pound, absolutely going the way of street stock racing competition. But now a race for the lead. Pruitt gets a hell of a run off the outside. He may throw a slider on Chase Wascom here off of the corner. Move Justin Pruitt back to the race lead off of 4.
Justin Pruitt no longer wanting to be a bridesmaid there. The 0-7 machine able to pull a slider on the 15 of Wascom. Wascom now fires back down to the inside. Can Wascom pull a slider as Pruitt makes contact with the outside wall? Wascom pulls up alongside of him. Not going to be had here coming off the corner. We complete lap number, get ready to complete lap number 47 of 70. And man, this race, they're racing like it's the last lap here. 0-7 of Pruitt now bounces off the wall again. Here comes the 0-1-0. Brunson 2 for move through the corner, trying to pull it off. Cannot do it. Casey Brunson going to move into that second spot though over Wascom, but not so fast. Here comes Wascom to the outside.
Wascom up to the outside. It's 3 or 4 cars you can throw under a blanket off the corner. This is awesome right here. It does not get better than this. Justin Pruitt making a hot power move around the 0-10 of Brunson. Now here comes Wascom back to the bottom. Chase going to look for the race lead, this time off of turn number 4. Who said you can't throw sliders at USA? These guys putting it out there. You can't find better racing than this, folks. I don't care where you go. Right here at DWR Wednesday night, Todd. This is the best league there is out there. These street stocks are a lot of fun to watch, and these guys are putting on a show like they normally do at DWR. A 4-car battle now for the lead is Alex Brewer. Gonna make his presence known up to 3rd.
Yeah, Alex Brewer there. And the 0-0 machine of Whitlock back into the fray too as these guys all battle now. Wascom back to the lead here. We're going to see how long that's going to last. Here comes Brewer motoring back with that big block of that 0-7 machine to the outside.
Man, this is, I just enjoy watching the picture tell the story. Brewer goes to the extreme top side, almost bunny hops it off the wall to get alongside Pruitt. Almost made that work. Opens the door back up for Brunson to make a shot to the low side. These guys are fighting for grip all over this racetrack right now. This even opens the door for a guy like Michael Whitlock to re-enter the fight. The 0-0 back to the low side of Brunson for 4th off the corner.
Oh, looked like contact there, but they gathered it back up. That was between Pruitt and Brewer. Is Brewer right there for that second spot? We go in car with the driver of the 15 of Chase Wascom down the front straightaway.
I just don't know what else to say as things starting to sort out here and getting a little bit more tame as Wascom's worked his way back to the lead. The battle is for 2 with Pruitt, Alex Brewer, Casey Brunson, Michael Whitlock is there, also Ryan Bronson, and somewhere creeping in the shadows, I'm seeing guys like Daniel Stifler and E.J. Jones slowly creeping into the picture, as is Jason Salter. That equals 6 up front, Todd. It may become a 9-car trade. The way these guys are racing up front, Stifler, Jones, and Salter starting to run down these top 6 the more these guys keep wheeling it door to door. And I can't believe it at the completion of lap number 51 this time at the line.
Yeah, these guys are moving through the race rather quickly. This is Wascom still for the lead by about 2 car lengths over Pruitt. Pruitt makes love to the outside wall. That's never a good thing. Here comes Brewer down to the bottom side. He's going to take over second. So capitalizing on Pruitt's making love to the wall. Is Pruitt now down to the bottom again, almost 3 wide for a second. He's not going away there, Phil. He's up through the middle. 3 wide off of corner number 4. The 8, Alex Brewer, and the number 1 machine, the 0-7 of Pruitt. Those guys all go back to single file. Man, Brunson's working over the bottom side. What a race here.
Well, if I had to pick to be one of these 3 cars right now, Todd, I like the look of the 1 car of Alex Brewer. I think he's kind of, pushed the envelope when the time has been right. If he gets to the back of the 15 car, I think Chase Wascom is going to have a handful with the Alex Brewer machine with less than 20 laps to go here at USA. And now the caution flag going to come out to the racetrack. Caution for the first time tonight. Here now as we complete lap number 53. Work its way to lap number 54. Caution flags tonight brought to you by our friends over at DirtSeries.com. Look them up. Awesome league, dirt-series.com. They run tomorrow night with a fun run at Volusia in the modifieds, but we are here at DWR for a Wednesday night street fight, Todd, which finds Michael Whitlock, who was up there running in the top 5, around it or not. It was racing tight up there all night long. What happened to the 00 as I saw him free fall from 5th to all the way down back to 17th.
As we go to aerial coverage sponsored by Sam's Ford. Here, aerial coverage for tonight's race provided by Sam's Ford, I should say, is Michael Whitlock. You're watching him here. And he is coming through the corner, and he comes through the corner pretty hot. Makes love to the outside wall, and all by himself. He goes around to the inside wall. Michael Whitlock, all by himself, Phil. He brings out this yellow flag. First yellow flag of the evening.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's going to bring the field all back together with a little less than 15 laps remaining. Man, if this doesn't get you excited, I know my heart is racing, but, you know, I am just getting all excited in my call because the racing is fantastic. Who's it going to be, Todd? I'll steal your line for you. We know they all got a favorite out there tonight. If you're watching on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV, pick a winner. It's time to do so as we got one more restart left to make. Is it Chase Wascom? Is it Alex Brewer? Is it anybody else? Your pick first, Todd. Who's it going to be? I know, I stole your thunder. You don't have to talk to me, but give me a prediction.
Well, I'm having a hard time trying to figure it out. And as you see it on the screen, pick a winner. Who's it going to be? That means everybody, come on, let's get involved in this one. And I think, man, E.J. Jones, 7th. I'm going with E.J.
Well, that's a darn. I'm taking Brewer. I like the way the one car looks off the outside of the front row here as we go back to green flag racing. I'm going to pick Alex Brewer to go to victory lane here, so hopefully we don't give these guys a jinx at all, but we're back to green. Wascom to lead the field off of turn number 2, but they're going to fan out 2, 3, and maybe 4 wide off the corner. I think we had a parking lot over there, Todd, at the exit of turn number 2 as yellow flag immediately going to come back to the speedway here in Lakeland, Florida on lap number 57, and I'm not exactly sure who was around to get this one started. I don't know. You may have to go back and find this one. Try the evil one. I think Jim Revis may have had a piece of this contact.
Yes, indeed, it's the evil one himself, the 21 machine. As we go back to the aerial coverage here, just to show you what happened to the evil one of Jim Revis, the number 21. Go back just a little ways here as Jim Revis coming down through the corner. Revis throws it down into the corner, and here comes Derek Debris. He had some help. I thought it was all by himself, but it is Derek Debris getting hard into the left rear of the number 21 machine. What happens when you get hard into the left rear on dirt? They go around.
Yeah, go around. I don't care if you're on dirt, you're on asphalt, whatever. Somebody hits you in the left rear. Pretty good bet that you're going around. So caution flag coming out here. We went caution free for the first 54 laps, and now working on lap number 59, our second yellow flag of the night. But next time by, it looks like we're about to turn these guys back loose. Chase Wascom, Alex Brewer, Justin Pruitt, Casey Brunson, now Daniel Stifler up into the top 5 off of turn number 4, I believe. We're going to see the iRacing.com pace truck pull this way. You know, maybe not. One more trip around. So, got us all excited, Todd, and I'm just itching to see how this thing finishes. This is, I'll be completely honest, as I usually am. I see USA come up on a schedule. I do not get excited. I don't think it's a product for a great racetrack at all. But these guys at DWR tonight, they are proving me wrong. This has been a great race, and if anybody can make a bad racetrack a great race, it's these guys. They do it better than anybody else.
Yeah, definitely. DWR, Dirt Warrior Racing, Wednesday night street fights. Yeah, nobody does it any better here. Street stocks, probably the best of the best here. I'm going to go off the limb and say the best of the best. I'd like to see some of them late model drivers come down. I think they're pro drivers that come run with these guys because I don't know. I don't know if they can hold a handle here. The great equalizer, the full-feathered frenzy here. The street stocks, they're restacked, they're repacked. iRacing.com safety car down. Green flags in the air. We're racing here. USA International Speedway once again. The 15 of Chase Wascom leads the charge down into turn number 1. Brewer down to the bottom side in the 1-3 wide battle. Look at E.J. Jones way down on the bottom. More 3 wide throughout the whole field. Racing Jason Salter coming up through too, Phil.
There is 2 rows of 3 wide racing off of turn number 2, and it's just too close to call back there. There's a juke and jive into turn number 3. Alex Brewer washed up the hill. Chase Wascom going to fill the gap. They're almost 3 wide back there. Pruitt's there. I think we see the Casey Brunson 0-10 of the mix. I think I even see the Iceman. Daniel Stifler in this mix as well. It is anybody. They're 4 wide off the corner. Who said you can't go 4 wide at USA?
Definitely E.J. Jones poking it down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen. We're under 10 to go. We're on 9 to go here. And look at E.J. Jones, 4 wide again through the corner. Pruitt drifts up the track right into the 0-1-0 of Brunson. But look at E.J. Jones moving into that 3rd spot. He's going to wrangle that away here momentarily. Brunson fire back to the outside. Pruitt giving him a shove in the 0-7 machine. Here comes racing Jason Salter and the Iceman Daniel Stifler into the fray.
The cream and rising to the top here late as one car continues to pound the wall back there. I believe it may have been the 6 of Brunson that was hard on the wall twice off of turn number 2, but Chase Wascom is trying to run away in high, Todd, because they are 3 wide for that 2nd spot. Alex Brewer up in the high lane, Brunson in the middle, E.J. Jones running down low, Justin Pruitt in the 07. He's dropped kick back to 5th, having a good run. It is anybody's guess for 2nd on back. Chase Wascom leads. That lead is evaporating quick because here comes Alex Brewer. He's going to pull the back bumper of that 15 car as they hit turn 3.
E.J. Jones moves into that 3rd spot. Here comes racing Jason Salter also in that number 10 machine. He's up inside the top 5. What a race for those 2 gentlemen coming through the field. Brunson now gets a tad bit loose with the 10 machine of Salter right there. Don't count out Eric Eichstad's even in the 8th position there, Phil, so he's made some headway. That number 12 machine, he wants to win so he can change his nickname, but we have 6 laps remaining. E.J. Jones now down to the inside of Alex Brewer, side by side down the back straight away. E.J. Jones from last to a battle for 2nd here, under 5 to go this time, or 5 to go this time by, and E.J. Jones is to 2nd.
Yeah, he is. Put the 84 up to the 2nd spot. He's got 1 more to chase down up front. Well, that's a heavy hitter in the likes of the number 15 of Chase Wascom, who leads by 5 car lengths this time. Off the exit of turn number 2, we have 5 laps remaining here at the 3/4 mile. As now put a monkey wrench into it. Tana's caution flag gonna roll back on the speedway for the 3rd time here this evening. Just as this was getting good up front, you put Chase Wascom and E.J. Jones on the front row with potentially a green-white checker finish. Good, buddy. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely going to be fun. We're going to see what's going to happen here. I do believe they will get at least 1 green flag lap, and it'll be a challenge there between Wascom and E.J. Jones. Don't count out Alex Brewer or even the 0-1-0 machine of Brunson. Those guys, anything can happen there. Even if there's 1 green flag lap, the 10 of racing Jason Salter's having a good race there. In the 5th position, 6th right now, Justin Pruitt. Eric Eisen for 7. Derek Debris is 8th. 9th is the evil one himself, Jim Revis. So Revis has come up through the field, not as fast as he probably would have liked, but he is running in that 9th position after earlier contact, putting him back to the rear, so he had to come all the way back up through the field. But I tell you what, cream rises to the top here tonight, and watching these guys come from deep in the field is setups you have to make them for a long green flag run. They had to do that, Phil. But we've had a couple of cautions here as of late that stacked them up. So we're going to see what's going to happen.
Absolutely right. Can't wait to see what this conclusion of this race is going to do. And just to comment out there, Earl, thanks again for the stars. Good to see our buddy Big Bunky out there tonight. And to respond personally, I see Jesse White out there asking the Michael Rose Memorial Race coming on after this. The Michael Rose Memorial Race is actually done by our sister stream over there tonight, Full Velocity Racing Network, with our buddies Charles Wooten and Nick Robbins. Look up our page there. You should be able to find the Micah Rose Memorial Race for those guys over at World of Thunder. Those guys are having a great race going on there tonight. I was able to tune in for a little bit. So check out our sister stream, Jesse. You can find it right here on the right page, Full Velocity Racing Network. They're there. I think that race may, if it's not over yet, was probably getting pretty close. So take a look over there. Charles and Nick have that covered, and they do a great job with that. A lot of fun to listen to those 2 guys as well. So blessed to have such a good team here, Todd. The Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. we have amassed, quite the assemble of talent here. The more we get to fleet out here all together and branch out, there is a lot of great things left to come, including a brand new website that we are very much itching to unveil. It is going to be a great tool for us, and it's going to be the home of your source for esports racing right here live, the Full Velocity Racing Network, and we are set to go back to Green Flag Racing, double them up. Wascom, E.J. Jones on the front row. Green-white flag finish to settle it here, Todd. Green to the white, I should say. One-lap shootout. Let's settle it here tonight in Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah, green flag's in the air. The number 15 of Chase Wascom down into the corner first, but here comes E.J. Jones down to the bottom side in the number 84 machine. Oh, contact made to the wall by Wascom. Wascom has the throttle out of it to make it happen, but here comes Casey Brunson to the top side-by-side battle. Here comes E.J. Jones back down to the bottom. Wascom trying to protect the bottom of the number 15 machine, drifts up the track, gets a little bit tail happy coming off of turn number 4. E.J. Jones down to the bottom, drag race to the start finish line. It's going to be Chase Wascom taking down the victory. The 84 just going to barely finish in front of the 0-1-0 of Casey Brunson. What a race. What a finish to DWR Street Fights here. USA International Speedway. Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing.
Absolutely. What an awesome race these guys have put on tonight here in Lakeland, Florida, USA International Speedway. Chase Wascom able to pick up a big win over E.J. Jones, Casey Brunson, Alex Brewer, Jason Salter in for 5th, 6th, Derek Dubry, Eric Eichstadt in for 7th, Jim Revis to 8th, Justin Pruitt 9th, Ryan Bronson with a top 10, 11th, Caleb Ramsey, 12th, Michael Whitlock, 13th, Chad Bird, Trey Jones for 14th, Daniel Stifler got shuffled all the way back to a 15th place finish. Greg Turberville was 16th, the last car of the racetrack. 7 laps down was Kyle Moyer for 17th, Stephen Radoon's 18th, and Matthew Everett's finishing up 19th tonight here in Lakeland, Florida, USA International Speedway. This round of Wednesday night street fights goes to Chase Wascom. We'll talk to him and our podium finishers next, live over in Discord. Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. Stay tuned for the post-race.
Don't say I didn't warn you. I know things no one knows.
Evil One Graphics specializes in iRacing wraps, promo ads, and banners for all your sim racing needs. From a new custom look on the track to a new look for your site, E1G is your place. Want to promote a special event or series for your league? E1G can make that custom promo ad you're looking for. With attention to high detail, great service, and reasonable prices, E1G is here to serve you. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they're evil.
Back here live, the post-race show, DWR Discord channel here tonight, Lakeland, Florida, U.S. International Speedway. Chase Wascom, tonight's big winner. E.J. Jones in for 2nd, and struggling here with the button to pick up our 3rd place finisher. That would be the 010 of Casey Brunson. So I have to do this old school style because my mouse is not cooperating, and we'll take Casey from here. We'll move him into the channel. We'll talk to the driver to 3rd place running 010. Casey, terrific run out there to finish up 3rd, but you were in a hornet's nest all night long. You and Alex and Chase and Justin and Ryan, all those guys up there. What a hell of a race. Tell us how fun that had to be out there and how nerve-wracking it was to go toe-to-toe with these guys and come out of it finishing 3rd. You got to be exhausted.
Oh, I'm sweating right now. It was definitely nerve-wracking. Had no straightaway speed, so I had to rely all on my corner speed to be able to catch back up to them. And finally, at the end, we're all nice and close to each other. And with the singles, I really can't see anything, so I'm over here moving my analogs around, trying to look beside me. Hopefully, I don't run over anybody.
Oh, buddy, you did a heck of a job here tonight. You guys all did this race going 50-plus laps, green flag racing. How'd that racetrack slick it off for you? When that low lane started to come in about 35 laps in, Was that able to help your car at all? Were you banking on that thing staying up against the wall all night long? Because once that bottom lane come in, it was like free for all. You guys are all diving for a piece of real estate, and God, arguably made for one of the best races of the year that we've covered.
And I couldn't run the bottom ball. I tried a couple of laps, and I just had to go back up the top, keep my speed up, keep my momentum up.
Well, this is a lot of fun. We get you out here on the post-race show for a version of Wednesday Night Street Fights. Casey, awesome to talk to you as always. That car has really been strong lately, and we really have noticed out there. I know Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV, they've all noticed the strong runs you have had. So I'm going to toss you the mic one final time. Anybody out there live who may be watching, who are going to watch this back later in the archives, give those guys all a shout-out now. And once again, congratulations, buddy. Awesome run here tonight.
I think Ice Light Wraps are putting this new paint scheme on. I really think that's the reason why it's so fast now. And DWR for putting the show on. And EJ for kind of making me go faster. Give me inspiration.
Anytime that guy can inspire you to go quick, that is almost a good thing, folks. There you have it. Driver of the 0-10, Casey Brunson. What an awesome run by that driver here tonight to finish up third. In a night where I don't think we could have predicted anything that was going to happen. That was a lot of fun. I'll walk a little further down here, and we'll talk to the driver of the 84. And, the beginning of the night, you said this cart with the cake on it was going to wheel toward victory lane. But, EJ, you finish up second. Knife teeth to second's a hell of a run. I think if this thing stayed green, Chase may have been in trouble. But those restarts, man, God, they were fun to watch. Tell us about that run.
About the restarts were about the only thing that saved me out there tonight, because it was tough. Honestly, I didn't expect for the top to get the cushion the way it did, and it just made the top faster than it normally is around this place. But 19th a second it's not bad. It's one spot short of winning, but what can you do? Only I think three cautions maybe, and we had that really long 50 lap run. It was, me and Jim run side by side for about 10 or 15 laps, and then me and Stifler ran side by side for about 15 or 20 laps, and it was just really hard racing out there tonight.
I know our adrenaline is all flowing right now, and we're all excited and whatnot, but tell me about the stamina you got out there to wheel these cars as great as you. This track's tough to get around in a smooth fashion. Forget these guys 2 and 3 wide all around you. Are you as exhausted right now as we are up here in the booth? Because you guys completely wore us out as good as this race.
No, I'm not exhausted at all. I'm ready to do another 100 laps at this place if I could right now in another race. But the longer that run went, I felt like I was getting better, but it was so hard to pass on the bottom. I don't remember the bottom when it dries out like this. I don't remember the bottom being quite that hard to pass in the past races, but it's kind of what it is tonight. It built a cushion, so what can you do? Just get up there and try to run it and hope you don't completely tear the wall down doing it.
Well, for a guy like myself who has no talent at doing this stuff whatsoever, I am absolutely just thrilled to see a guy like you drive all the way up to the second spot. I think any of us would beg to do that. But, EJ, we do it here as a runner-up finish here tonight. So I'm going to give you the mic one more time. You know how this next bit works. Live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch TV. So we're not in victory lane, but God, I'm hoping there's still a party down here afterwards.
Oh, there's always a party at the trailer afterwards. We always got the hamburgers, the hot dogs. I got cake for you, Michelob to share with everyone. So, we can just have a good old time after the races every week. Win, lose, draw, tear a car up. It don't matter. We're going to be partying at my trailer every night. I need to thank the guys at Cedar Cove Speed, Charles and Dylan. Also need to say hey to my mom. Her birthday is tomorrow. Would have been nice to win it for her, but it is what it is. So that's okay. And also have to thank Eric Eichstead with Eichstead Wraps for the sweet straight stock that runs on Michelob now with ladies and strippers, and we need to put some glitter on it too, so it runs on strippers, glitter, and Michelob. I think that'd be pretty cool. Also got to thank my friend Peter Delavan. You guys for doing the broadcast every week as well. Sorry if we wore y'all out, but that was an absolute blast. I don't care what anyone says. I had a blast in that race. And also congrats to Chase on that much deserved win. He certainly earned it tonight on that track.
Sure did. That was a heck of a race.
Also,
so. Go ahead.
I forgot to thank Jim, Jason, and Eric also here at DWR for putting these races on every week. It's some of the best racing that you'll find on the service, especially with straight stocks. So big shout out to those guys as well for putting these on every week for us. Can't wait for next week with the birthday bash at Linear to see what they got going on.
Absolutely. Going to be a lot of fun indeed. So there you have it, folks. The driver, number 84, the natural one, E.J. Jones, going to finish up second here tonight in USA International Speedway, Lakeland, Florida. But there's only one guy left to talk to, and it is his fault, absolutely his fault this time, that he is in victory lane with one Todd Stanton. That's our old buddy Chase Moscom down there, Todd. It's been a while we talked about.
Yeah, down here in victory lane with driver number 15, Chase Moscom. Man, what a race. I tell you, I got to call that last lap. Man, how was it from the driver's seat of that one?
It was pretty wicked, I would say. It was tough. I was trying not to close the door on EJ, trying to race everybody clean. And I went into turn one, and I kept realizing every time I went in there, the car was going straight to the wall. So I started, letting up and hitting the brake, trying to keep it away from it. But it went straight to it, of course, and come down the back straightaway. I saw EJ below me, and I was pulling him a little bit. And only other choice I had was to kind of pinch him off a little bit to slow him down, and it worked.
Yeah, it was just enough to slow down E.J. Jones, and Chase able to take home the victory. You had a great race going on early in the race, too, there with Justin Pruitt. Fantastic sliders being exchanged. How much did the track change all night? I tell you, it looked like the bottom went away, it come back, and then all of a sudden, just the cushion up top just gave you all kinds of momentum.
Yeah, it was pretty wicked throughout the night. We got to give a big shout out to Justin Pruitt. He raced me clean, and it was fun. I had a bunch of respect given. I got a bunch of respect for him for sure. But yeah, the track was good early on. Bottom come in and it went away and it came back, and it was weird because I was faster going on the bottom on 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2 I would just kind of come in and just let it ride up and then run the top coming out of 2. But it changed a lot, especially under caution. Everybody, I guess backing it down, if you would say that, but it was pretty good though.
Yeah, it definitely was a great race there. Chase taking down the win here at DWR. Wednesday night street fights, haven't seen in a long time. This time down in victory lane, and I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank you here tonight, Chase.
Yeah, it has been a very long time. My hands, they keep trying to come up. I don't know what to do with them. But now, I just want to thank Jason Salter. He helped me out with this set here, and I can't thank him enough for letting me use it and run it. And I'd like to shout out to DWR guys, Jim, Jason, and Eric for what they put on here. You guys for broadcasting and keeping it entertaining all throughout the night, and all the DWR guys. Tonight was pretty good. Definitely a big difference from what we've been having, and like a lot of more respect was given tonight throughout the field and more clean racing. But it was a bigger track as well, so it kind of worked out in all of our favors, I guess.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with that one. Chase, again, congratulations on your victory here tonight, and hopefully more to come here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and your source for esports racing.
Absolutely right. What a great win tonight by our buddy Chase Moscom. It's Chase's fault we're late tonight. He is in victory lane here at DWR. Inside joke right there. We have something happening. It's usually old Chase's fault. Great to have that 15 car back in victory lane as we'll let him get back to it. That'll do it for us here tonight in Lakeland, Florida, over at DWR. We're back on the airwaves, Todd, I believe, later tomorrow night. I believe a 10:30 p.m. Eastern time start. The guys over at the ASRA have a championship night coming on, and we're going to be there live tomorrow evening, and find us back on Friday night. We go back over to the Sim-Atics for 360 sprint cars. So 2 more shows to finish up the week before taking Sunday night off, and a big bill coming up on Sunday night we'll talk more about here over the course of the week. But for all of us behind the scenes over here at Full Velocity Racing Network, going to thank our Charles Wooten, got to thank Todd, of course, Jack Truin, Josh Smith for his work with the camera work he does behind the scenes. Got everybody over here. Big Ron Piles, of course, behind the scenes as well, doing a lot of great stuff. And all you guys out there for watching, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We'll be back live tomorrow with another great round of Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. Be safe out there, everybody. Good night.
Good night.